3, 2, and 1. All right, guys, we're talking about the 90-90 hip mobility stretch. If I write that down or you see it on YouTube wherever you're looking, it's a 90-90 stretch for hip mobility. Okay, so what we're talking about is getting a good stretch, both a kind of a rotational stretch and some flexion and extension. So we're just really trying to take that hip bone and really move it around well into the hip joint. Remember, your hips get tight. You start feeling that in your hips, your lower back, your knees, among other places. So 90-90 refers to your knees being at 90 degrees and that front leg coming off of your pelvis at about 90 degrees. That's the position. This in and of itself may be enough. Just to sit up as straight as you can here, not leaning over too much. All right, maybe enough of a stretch. If it is, stay here. Sit in this position for 2 or 3 minutes. Switch legs. Do it with the other leg forward. Knock it out. When it becomes more comfortable, you can progress it some. We'll start getting into the stretch here. So 2 things we're keeping in mind. Number 1, we talk about your pelvis being a big bowl. Picture it as a bowl full of water, to where if you tilt your pelvis forward, okay, water dumps out the front of the bowl. If you tilt it backwards, if you tuck your hips under, water falls out the back of the bowl. That's important here. So keep that in mind, and then keep your spine nice and tight. The main thing I mean by that is that you don't flex or drop, or you don't extend, or rather, you don't let your lower back drop with your stomach sticking out here, okay? So that stays tight. So after you're in this position, nice 90-90 position, think about that bowl of water, and you can slightly tilt it in such a way that water is going to pour out the front of that bowl, if that makes sense, all right? And you should feel that in the glute and the hip, the back of the hip of your front leg. You may feel this stretch as well, all right? Seat up nice and tall, and we're just going to ease forward with a flat back towards your knee, okay? So again, anything you do in this position is good. So you can just sit in this position. You can begin to go forward with a flat back. Again, I can lean forward here, and that's all back. That's not enough hips. So slight tilt, keep your abs tight, and then come forward, okay? I can press into the stretch, take an inhale in, exhale, a little further into the stretch. Inhale in, exhale, a little bit more into that stretch. And then I can turn to score up to my shin, and I'm going to go towards my shin and get that stretch. You may start to feel that a little more in your hamstring here. And then I can turn again. This is the toughest way, and go towards that foot. And you may not go at all. You may be really locked up in this position, but that's good. It's the Robert Frost poetic stretch, right? Take the road least traveled. The idea of this is that we're not traveling down these roads. We're not stretching. We're not moving in all these different positions, and that's what we're going for. All right, so go into the grain. All right, dig into that tissue a little bit. All right, your muscle tissue, your joint tissue, your bones, your cartilage, all these things. All right. All right, and then from that position, after you do those 3, knees, shin, and foot, I can twist over this front leg. Get a nice tall twist there. A couple of deep breaths in that position, and then I can lean straight back. And I'm squaring my shoulders up to my front foot. You may get a lot of stretch there, all right? So spend 2 or 3 minutes at least in this position, at least 2 minutes. All these stretches you hold for 2 minutes. And then you can switch to the other side. And as with everything else we do with one side of the body than the other, that if you feel that much more tighter with your right foot forward than with your left leg forward, stay on the side. Work this stretch a little bit more. You don't have to worry about that other side. Just hit the tighter side more than anything. All right? All these stretches are skills, they're abilities. There's something that requires practice, but pick out 2 days of the week. You're going to do hip mobility exercises on Monday and Thursday, okay? And hit these. Check out my other videos for ankle mobility exercises or upper back, thoracic spine. I might put exercises, but hit these at least 2 days a week, okay? That's the 90-90 stretch. Good job. Looks good. Rock out.